Some common things that you can ask a partner to understand if really they're going to be a good partner, or if maybe there's some red flags you should double click on. This is not intended to be an exhaustive list, but it should give you a good idea, or at least get the wheels turning on questions to ask these groups. One being is, are they willing to share up-to-date financial statements? Or are they sharing heavily adjusted pro forma income statements, not much detail, and that doesn't give you much insight as an investor, whether you're rolling over equity or putting in capital, as to how the business is truly operating and where it's going. Will they share contact information for their last 5, 10, 15, however many you're asking for, acquisitions? Or do they want to give you a filtered down list to protect maybe you from hearing some not so good stories from former sellers? Do they have a clear, articulate plan for growth? And can they show you their progress towards goal? Towards the goal. It can't always be measurable, but are they putting people in place to run the programs they're talking to you about? Are they budgeting for the programs they're talking to you about? Are they executing once they are able to put these things in place as they would intend? Or do they not have a clear, defined plan to achieve these goals? And this one's important because I think the red flag can almost stand out as a benefit to some, but it's really something you should understand more. And that is detailed integration plans with timelines and assigned personnel. Now, it can be overwhelming at first, trust me, in a partnership. When you sign an LOI and within a few days you send a huge diligence list, and someone's trying to schedule a meeting with you to walk through these things to make sure you know the timeline, when they need certain things, how to access them, etc. But it is truly a blessing, because what you don't want when you're transacting or picking a partner is to hear we integrate slowly, you won't even notice a change. Either A, it's misleading and you're going to notice a big change and quickly, and you're just going to prepare for it. Or B, you're not going to get the resources you had hoped for or wanted in a partner to help you grow your business and successfully allow you to exit now or in the near future. To that point, what makes a platform valuable? And so we hear it all the time, the term, and maybe you have or haven't heard, I shouldn't assume, multiple arbitrage. Part of the thesis in consolidation or roll-up strategies is the platform of all of these companies with integrated leadership and technology is worth more than a standalone business, which can be the case. But really what makes them valuable is their ability to recruit and retain top talent. So it's proven. There's a playbook behind it. They have preferred vendor rates and pricing. There's a benefit to economies of scale, and they've acted on it. They have clean technology stack. What that really means is all of their operating companies are using similar or the same technologies, and at the corporate level, they can see detailed statistics, KPIs as to how the business is performing. Strong executive teams. This one's really important. Do they have a well-built out, well-tenured, experienced executive team that has proven they can lead the business? Repeatable acquisition and integration, like we talked about. Have they proven they can buy the right assets at the right price and integrate them successfully? A way to measure that is that they don't falter acquisition or go backwards after partnering. And then consistent budget attainment. So they're not going too far above or too far below, and they're living up to their word in terms of what they're promising on an annual basis to their investors. Now, like I mentioned earlier, private equity has become a little bit of a taboo term. With that, there's a lot of myths, if you will, that circulate. And some of the most common ones we hear are, they'll fire my team. I can't say it hasn't happened, but the right partner is buying your company and partnering with you because they believe your team is what makes it special. And they want to do everything in their power to retain them. Now, like I said, that's not every partner, that's not every group, but the right group sees the value in them, and that is not and should not ever be their goal. My equity will be worth 3 to 5 times in 5 years. Maybe, but not all equity is created equal. It can and has, and certain companies, gone to zero. And you need to understand what has to happen for that actually to occur. And are they on track with the resources to do that? And they'll make it too corporate. Yes, I will be entirely honest with you. They're going to bring process and protocol to your business. They, to put it simply, have to, because if they're going to own 50 to 100 brands across the country, they can't have 50 to 100 different ways of doing key things. Now, there's going to be things that are unique to your company and your brand, and that's okay. But there's also things that have to be consistent, have to be repeatable, both from a training perspective and just from a management perspective. And if your company already operates with the system accountability, with metrics, with technology, there's going to be change, but not a disruption.